There are two important events in everyone's life: the day we arrive into the world and the time we pass away and depart from our earthly existence, and as some say, we're at peace. This is the Purewa cemetery in Crematorium in East Auckland, where many go to rest. I've been here several times to farewell friends. Sad occasions, as funeral services usually are. But it was only recently, when a friend who visits here regularly showed me around, that I realised there is much more to be seen. There are many people here at peace. Established in 1889 by the Anglican Church, this beautiful 24-hectare cemetery is the final resting place for thousands. According to the Cemetery Trust Board sign that we passed, by 1998 there had been 43,000 burials and 69,000 cremations. Nowadays many people are cremated instead of buried, with plaques instead of headstones. But it was the old graves that I found fascinating. Some of the headstones were over 100 years old. Probably lots of stories to be found here. While some graves were more recent and well cared for, others were showing the passage of time, as if there was no one to care. Possibly remaining relatives had passed away or gone overseas or were no longer living nearby, and not all can afford the cost of upkeep of memorials to departed loved ones. Is this an example of the expression about the buried pushing up the daisies? But these are weeds, not daisies. While this headstone has attracted better quality vegetation, or maybe it was planted. What's that? Sounds like a train. Yes, a train line runs alongside the bottom of the cemetery. The sound of trains compete with the sound of birds. This fallen headstone is only partly readable, but appears to be for a mother and son aged 12. The mother being born in Everton, Liverpool, England. Many early European settlers to New Zealand clung to... Whoops, there's another train. And as I was saying, many early European settlers clung to their places of birth when dying here so far away from their original homeland, and proudly displayed where they came from on their headstones. Mr. Henderson, assuming he was a Mr., was late of the Auckland suburb of Ponsonby when he died in 1912, aged only 31. The view of Auckland City from Ponsonby is now very different. Could he awake, he wouldn't recognise the skyline 100 years later. As we leave, we pass the memorial gardens and walk of memories and walls of plaques. And leave the residents to their peace. Well, apart from the trains, of course. But then they have endless time to get used to them. as we head for the noise of the outside world.